even that this is just barely emerging as well, and people are just barely starting to see this. So we have happiness is found within. Take action to find what brings you inner peace. Smell the roses. Solar plexus chakra. Willpower and determination. So you're somebody who is very optimistic, somebody who sees the bright side of things all the time, somebody who has a lot of willpower and determination, somebody who sets goals and goes after them, somebody who is very bubbly is what I'm thinking of. Somebody who's very grateful and has a lot of gratitude for the things in their life. Somebody who takes the time to appreciate things. Make room physically and energetically to allow for new to come in. So you're somebody who is able to shed the old and transform, to allow in the new energy. Somebody who may be very clean, somebody who may be very meticulous as well. Be kind to yourself and others. Healthy boundaries are kind to both. Heart chakra. So you are somebody who is very in touch with your heart. Somebody who knows what you want, somebody who knows what you're willing to accept, and somebody who will not accept anything that they don't feel right accepting. And you feel that everybody should be like that. So you respect other people's boundaries as well, which is a very good quality to have. Overcoming fears, seeing something worth courage, cycles coming to a close, new life after death, expressing yourself regardless of what others think, new growth, proper boundaries, releasing fears and anxieties, leaving anxieties behind. So you're somebody who, you may have faced a lot of anxiety in your life, kind of like a good example of that is, everybody in my family has a lot of anxiety issues, and I watched my mom for a lot of years. She has actually had some big issues with agoraphobia and not being able to leave her house at times, even because of the anxiety she feels being around other people. I think she's kind of an empath like I am, which makes it hard to be around other people and their energies sometimes, but see, I don't want to let that bother me. I don't want to let that keep me back and hold me back. When I face anxieties, I face this as a new opportunity, a new opportunity to learn and grow from a situation, to face your fears and overcome them, to be able to grow and know that these fears and anxieties aren't real. They're just something in your head causing you to feel like nothing's going to come out right, or people are out to get you, or things like that. And you're somebody who lets that go as well, somebody who overcomes those things, which is a very beautiful aspect to have. It's not always easy to do that. And people are like, oh, well, you just don't have anxiety, so you don't understand it. No, I have anxiety. I've had a lot of it my entire life, but I choose not to live in it. There's a difference. It's not a disease necessarily. There's a lot of people these days who believe it's a disease, but it's not a disease. It's things that have happened in our life that make us feel these things. And overcoming those past scars and those hurts is what allows us to be able to overcome those anxieties and fears as well. It allows us to be able to ground ourselves. Being able to ground ourselves in reality, it takes a lot of work to be able to stop and take those deep breaths and bring yourself back to awareness. And some people really don't appreciate that because they just assume that you don't know what they're talking about, because they have their own anxieties that they really don't want to face and overcome. So don't allow people like that to make you feel like you shouldn't be proud of the accomplishments you've had either. Able to accomplish anything. Knowing your work paid off, eyes on the prize, release control, going within to learn and forgive, committed to interdependence. Ready to work for it, feeling good about yourself. So, you are somebody who feels good about yourself, somebody who is willing to work for what you want, somebody who goes within to learn yourself and to forgive yourself and to forgive others. You take the time out to learn others and what they have going on as well, to see things from everyone's perspective so that you can be able to forgive them too. You're somebody who's very committed to interdependence, which means you are able to allow others to be free to be themselves while being free to be yourself as well. You're somebody who isn't going to accept somebody being codependent on you or needy or clingy, and you are not that way with others as well. You're somebody who's able to release control and able to go with the flow victory, recognition, overcoming fears, bright future, getting what you want and need from within, freeing self of ego, flying high, actions paying off, ready to start a journey. So you are somebody who is very passionate and vibrant, who really expresses their true passions, thoughts, ideas. Somebody who gains a lot of recognition for what you do, but you have a very low ego. You're somebody who's very humble. Somebody who is really flying high and is accomplishing all of their goals. Somebody who has been able to overcome their fears in their lifetime. Somebody who has a very bright future. And somebody who knows that you get what you want and need from within yourself. So you are not dependent on sources outside yourself for that happiness and that recognition, which causes codependency. So it's very good that you are this way, and it's something to love about yourself, that you know that you get what you need from within yourself and that others are supposed to do the same, so you won't allow those codependent energies in, and you also are not living in those codependent energies, which is an amazing quality to have. Birds of a feather flock together. Learning, teaching, inner work is tough but worth it. Overcoming any blocks, learning and growing. Working hard, take a break. Two of a kind. Willing to learn through rest and inner reflection. So you are not willing to have friendships where you don't resonate with those people, period. You know that it's not worth having people in your life just to have people in your life just because you're lonely. You're somebody who knows that when something is worth having in your life or who is worth having in your life. You're somebody who really teaches others from the things that you've learned, whether you know you do or not. Just walking around as this person, you teach others so much. You're somebody who may at times work so hard that you forget to take a break. And remember that it's always important to take that time to rest, to really love yourself and know that you are putting in a lot of hard work and you deserve a break too. You are somebody who really gravitates towards your own people, towards the people you want to be in your life. And it's because of the way you live your life. So be proud of yourself for that and love yourself for that. I find a deeper meaning in personal growth amid the discomfort. This reminds me of what I was talking about earlier about anxieties and overcoming them. You find the deeper meaning in those things. And you find personal growth through going through that discomfort, by delving into those feelings that aren't necessarily good feelings. They don't make us feel comfortable, but you take the time to go into those feelings anyway, to look underneath those triggers to see exactly what you need to be able to grow and to find the deeper meaning so that you can overcome those things. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. And you are very grateful that you are able to overcome those things and that you are able to see things from so many perspectives so that you know what's the best for you. You are very grateful to your guides, to your God. You give that recognition necessary to all the people in your life even too, that allow you to see beyond fear, that remind you to see beyond fear and to expand your perceptions so that you know what's the best for you. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Like I was saying before, you are a shining beacon of hope for others. You teach others with every action you make, just by being your true self and showing up to a room and expressing everything you have within you with no worries or fears or anxieties. You brighten up the room and you bring a light in that shows others how to move forward being their true selves and makes them feel comfortable in doing so. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. And you take that time out to rest and to connect and to feel the connection of love that you have to this universe and to all the people around you. Octopus, which we will read in a moment. 7 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, Empress, Temperance, and the Knight of Pentacles. So in the past, you might have been somebody who placed their priorities in places that were not for your best good. You were putting them there because other people thought that this is where you should be going or what you should be doing, which caused you a lot of mental conflict, which is why you've been able to find your inner voice and your passion and your fire to fight for what you truly want. You stand up against those kind of injustices, and you fight for other people who are facing situations where people are trying to push them to do what they don't want to do, and you stand up and say, no, this person should be free to be able to do what they want to do. I should be free to be able to do what I want to do, so they should be free as well. But because of situations like that, you might find it hard to let go of the control. You might hold back a bit from going after what you truly want and placing your priorities where they should be, because you're so busy focused on working hard. But you might need to hone in your focus on exactly what you're working hard on. You're somebody who's gained a lot of temperance, a lot of balance and peace and harmony in your life. You've created this temperance in your life. You've created this rainbow of blessings in your life by being able to delve into your emotions and still remain grounded and stable in doing so. You have a lot of passion, perseverance, determination, and willpower to overcome any and every obstacle and challenge that comes your way. You're somebody who's very stable and grounded and reliable. Somebody who really brings a lot of truth to other people that helps them to be able to overcome any kind of mental conflict that they have. You're somebody who doesn't stay long in your mental conflict because you take the time to focus and find your peace. You always hold on to this peace and you hold it close to you and keep it. You are somebody who's very abundant, fertile, somebody who has a lot of opportunities that come into their life, somebody very knowing, intuitive, somebody who's guided by the universe, somebody who's very nurturing, caring, somebody who's very wise and intuitive, somebody who communicates very well and is very stable and loyal and committed to doing what's right for everyone in the situation, somebody who's easily able to go with the flow and adapt to changes coming in around them, somebody who's very receptive and open to others, and somebody who is very non-judgmental. You are just a very comfortable person to be around. People find you very comforting, and if there's people who make you feel like they don't find you this way, it's only because they haven't came to a state yet where they can truly be themselves in front of others and you intimidate them. I think you may intimidate a lot of people in your life. So we have octopus, which is reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries, be patient and firm, and it may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, interested, engaged, and intelligence. When out of balance, needy, clingy, or lacks courage. To bring into balance, space to oneself and talk therapy. So that's why this Four of Pentacles is here. So you are somebody that may hold on too tightly to situations at times because you're busy working so hard to make others happy. You're placing your priorities where they don't need to be, instead of placing your priorities on your life and moving forward, going after your dreams and your goals and your things. You might be placing them on the people in your life instead. There's an even balance to it as well, because it's always good to help others out. It's always good to take the time to work hard to help others. But if you do that too much, you're not doing that for yourself either. But anyway, you're somebody very hardworking though, who really puts a lot of effort in, but you might want to make sure that you're putting it into the right areas. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and if this resonates, like, share, subscribe, and come back and see some more readings from me. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.